Hello, we have two guests with us from the City of Chamblee. Welcome. And one guest is Katie Sears, and the other one is Brittney Lindsay. And to start out, again, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you from the City of Chamblee. Each of you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'll kick it off to Katie.
Yeah, hi. So I'm Katie Sears. I do the special events for the City of Chamblee. I have been with the city 7 years in April, so been around a long time and just really loving how it's growing and just adding new events and programs every single year. So I've actually lived in DeKalb pretty much my whole life. So
Nice.
It's been really fun kind of seeing just how everything's grown and the different cities. And yeah, it's been awesome.
Brittney, tell us about yourself.
Yes, so I am Brittney Lindsay. I'm the Community Engagement Director for the City of Chamblee. I love talking about this because most cities don't have a Community Engagement Department. And what we are primarily responsible for are the city's large events, the city's major programs. We have a Chamblee 101 where people can learn more about the services we offer. We have a neighborhood engagement program, a nonprofit partnership program, all of our fantastic events throughout the year. We also do all of our special event permitting, our block party notifications. We're the fun department, I like to say. But I've also been with the city for 7 years in April. Just seeing all the changes in the city has been fantastic. I feel like we've gone from this smaller, close-knit community to a larger, even more close-knit community where you see more of the developments in the downtown area, and everything is just really coming together, and it's great to see.
Well, I've been here, I think, 14 years, and I have been just amazed seeing the transition of Chamblee, not just downtown, but also on Peachtree Boulevard and on Chamblee Tucker Road and different areas. It's quite amazing to have been able to watch Chamblee blossom in that time period.
Absolutely. I have friends talk about it all the time. They're like, "You're in Chamblee, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm glad you know where that is."
Well, the Chamblee restaurant scene, which I know we're going to dive into in a minute, but the Chamblee restaurant scene is just changed dramatically over the time, and I guess it's where a lot of the changes on Peachtree Boulevard as well, and then you've got phenomenal international dining on Beaufort Highway, and you've got really one of the only Latin or Hispanic malls in the South. You've got the only Chinatown mall in the Southeast. So just food and culinary has been just a delightful thing for the city.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool to be a part of that, and to have what we call, I think, what is it, the International Corridor along Beaufort Highway, and to kind of be a part of that. Obviously, it runs through multiple cities, but yeah, we love our Beaufort Highway restaurants. We work very closely with Chinatown Mall to have some of their events. They actually have their Taiwan Spring Festival this weekend. So really excited about that. That's always really, really big. But yeah, we love working with all the different groups and the restaurants and things.
I don't know if the mayor has told you, but we just are starting to be done by the end of the year a documentary on Beaufort Highway.
Yeah, I've actually heard about it, so I'm very much looking forward to that. What I like to tell people is Chamblee literally has a flavor for everything. Doesn't matter what you're looking for, I guarantee you're going to find it in Chamblee, whether it be off of Beaufort Highway or over at Chinatown Mall or downtown Chamblee. Anywhere in Chamblee, you'll be excited to find there's something different.
Well, I know I've always wondered, why is it the International Corridor? And now we'll actually be able to have that in a documentary and tell the history of how it became what it is today.
That's awesome.
So what are we here to talk about today?
So we are excited to be talking about our Chamblee Restaurant Week. So we are returning again. We will be promoting a ton of different restaurants in the Chamblee area. They'll have different specials throughout the week. So we're encouraging everybody, whether you're stopping for breakfast or going for lunch or dinner, to visit a Chamblee restaurant and continue to support. This has just grown over the past couple of years. I remember the very first year we've done this, and we had probably 6 restaurants. And it's just growing every year. So last year we were about 15, and we're still pulling in restaurants now.
So what number is this? How many years have you done it?
So we really kicked it off in 2021 in the midst of COVID.
Okay.
It came about from our economic development department. They did a business survey back in, I want to say, 2019, maybe 2018, and they identified April as the slowest months for our restaurants. So we collaborated, tried to figure out what we could do to encourage more people to eat out, and came out with Restaurant Week. And it's crazy that we did it in the midst of COVID, because we were also saying no matter how you like to eat, whether you're eating inside, outdoors, ordering takeout, Chamblee Restaurant has something for you.
That's interesting. April is your slowest month.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just kind of getting over the winter and getting ready before the summer. But either way, it's a great time to do it. So we're very excited about that. So what's some of the new initiatives for this year's Restaurant Week?
Yeah, we are, like Brittney said, we get, some of our usual restaurants every year that love to participate. We get new ones coming in, like she said, even now. We are excited to be working with you all and bringing T-shirts actually over to the restaurants. This is the second year that we've done that, but we love that. I go to the restaurants in Chamblee all the time and find myself pointing at them, and they're like, "Why are you pointing at me?" And I'm like, "You're wearing our shirt." So it's really cool to see people wearing that throughout the year. And we bring over coasters, right? That's what they're called. And table tents and things like that, so that people, as soon as they sit down, they know, what's there. Obviously, we have our website. What are some other?
Yeah, we post on updates on our website, our social media. We'll do a posting every day for Restaurant Week. We'll also promote leading up to it, so people know if they want to plan out their meals for the week. So we'll do all of that, and we're just really looking forward to continue to expand the marketing on this event. It's just been fantastic. And honestly, it's a little play for a taste of Chamblee, too, because any of our restaurants that sign up, they are automatically signed up for a taste of Chamblee unless they decide they can't participate. Then it's virtually a free event for our restaurants to sign up for. They pay a deposit. If they want to participate in a Taste of Chamblee, we'll keep their deposit, have them signed up for a Taste of Chamblee. If they decide they can't do it, then we refund them. So it's a free marketing opportunity for our restaurants.
Wonderful.
And it actually gives them a discount to participate in both. Yep. So it's definitely a great way to try and get them involved. Yeah.
So do you have other special events going on with the Restaurant Week, or is the restaurants offering special discounts, or?
Yeah, so really, we focus on the restaurants. Other than as our city departments, we usually try and go out to as many of the restaurants as we can for lunch or dinner. So that's always really fun. But yeah, mainly we just encourage the restaurants to come up with some kind of special or discount. Some of them will come up with full-blown, menus. You pick an appetizer and an entree and a dessert. Others just say, hey, come in and it's 15% off if you dine in. So it's really whatever is easiest for them. But yeah, it really just varies, and it's just really cool to see all the different things they kind of come up with, or there's one thing they really want to promote for that week. So yeah.
So who gets the fun job of coordinating the mayor to visit all of the restaurants and go around and like have his pictures and all taken?
I would definitely say that is a team effort. Definitely a big team effort. But like I said, it's just grown so much over the years, and we're just looking forward to really having more people visit these restaurants and just continue to grow what we're working on. Yeah.
So this is a fun question, especially with you working for the City of Chamblee. What is your favorite restaurant?
Love that question. All of them. Does that count? I'm a pescatarian, so anywhere that offers additional dietary options for me, I am all here for. So whether it be somewhere downtown or really off of Buford Highway, it's really hard to choose a restaurant off of Buford Highway because they do have lots of options for vegetarians and pescatarians and all that. So I don't know. I just can't pick one.
Refresh my memory. What is a pescatarian?
So I only eat fish.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. Wasn't not sure.
Yep.
That means you eat fish, but you won't eat seafood?
Well,
Or
all
shrimp
seafood. I'll
or-
eat shellfish too.
Okay,
so
she eats
just
shellfish.
Seafood. So no chicken, no pork, no beef, none of it.
But you can eat lamb.
Not at all. I did used to love lamb though.
You know,
It
big
was one
fat
of my
Greek wedding, it's
favorites.
vegetarian. You can eat lamb.
That's awesome. Much like Brittney, it's really hard to pinpoint one because there's so many different options for different things. One of my go-tos downtown is Vintage Pizzeria. I love their Caesar salad. That's one of my favorite Caesar salads. It's also right next door to City Hall, so it's really easy just to pop over and have a quick lunch. I love so many of them. There's so many different ones, and they all offer, even if it's not meat, they have different drink specials and all kinds of different things. And it's really cool. There's so many, different things that you can kind of see when you're eating too. So we have, the rail trail, and we have restaurants kind of popping up around there too. So you can actually walk along the rail trail or overlooking like Keswick Park, just different ambiances, if you will.
Right, and a great one to mention is Downwind right over there by
Yes,
PDK
yeah,
Airport.
yep.
You can sit out there and watch their airplanes take off. There's also a playground over there, and it's a great opportunity just to sit back with some family and friends and just enjoy the sights.
Well, thinking of the airport, you also have the 57th Fighter Squadron.
Yep, and they're
Yep.
participating as well. Yeah, same thing.
Because you can, they've got the lounge and the dance floor, and then you can go outside and sit, or even later you can have the fire pits and all and watch the planes.
And get a really fantastic history lesson.
That's what I was gonna
There's a lot
say.
of history over at
Yes.
57
Yes.
Fighter Group that I was blown away when I first walked in there. I'm like, they have all this?
Yeah, all the different.
But you've got really from one spectrum to the other in Chamblee,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and one international culture to another with their dining, and it's authentic dining, which is what's really cool about it.
yeah. I think you're if you want the authentic experience of different cultures and things, that is absolutely the place to go. Which is just really cool. I mean, like Brittney said, I have friends that'll be like, "Oh yeah, we go to this place all the time in Chamblee," and I'm like, "That's my spot. That's my community." So yeah.
And I love to hear when I'm talking to people that lived in Chamblee for years or grew up in Chamblee or familiar with Chamblee, they'll talk about the restaurants on Buford Highway that are staples and have been there for so long. Like a lot of the mom and pops, like Lee's Bakery has been there forever, and their food is fantastic. So I love to hear those stories of people talking about, oh, when I would get off from school, my mom would take me to Lee's Bakery and we'll pick up dinner or anything like that. So hearing those stories and hearing how long-standing these restaurants are in our community is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Monica, why have we not had Lee's Bakery over here for breakfast? Because you can have tofu. I mean, I'll have the meat in it, but okay, I put you on the spot for the first question. The second one is simple. If someone asks you what is the must see and do, what would you answer? This is an easy one for you, I know.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Can I say any Chamblee event? Does that count?
No. Like if they're here today and they say, "Hey, what do I have to see tomorrow before I leave town?" What would you say?
I would say you have to go to every single restaurant in Chamblee and either do an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, a drink. Like I said, our restaurants are fantastic. Doing like a little VIP food tour hop from restaurant to restaurant because there's so much to see while you're in these restaurants. Even with the downtown area, we have the entertainment district where you can grab a beer from one restaurant and walk to the next one to have your appetizer, and then grab another cocktail from that restaurant and then walk to another one to have your entree. So really, if I had to say, just the downtown area, because you'll get a little bit of everything. You'll get some public art while you're walking. You'll get a good sense of the community while you're out there. You'll also see our planes, trains, and automobiles. So all forms of transportation while you're just in the downtown area, which you really don't get to see much of in many communities.
True.
It's not often you can look up and see a plane and then look down and see a train and cars moving at the same time. So it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Well, and you can go and take your trail and see great murals,
Absolutely.
work up an appetite, and start it all over again.
Yeah.
Spend the whole day in Chamblee.
Yeah.
Okay, since you answered that, what's your answer now?
Obviously, to echo that, just, yeah, I mean, we've talked so much about, the airport, the downtown area, the rail trail. You had mentioned earlier Plaza Fiesta is super cool. It's, like you said, it's, I guess, one of the only Hispanic malls in the area. It's been, and same thing, it's been around for so long. Obviously, we work closely with them for the watch party that we had this past weekend, and they do so many great events as well. But that's just such a cool place to go to and just to walk around. They have so many great restaurants inside as well, and you can try some really, really good authentic cuisine. So yeah, maybe check out Plaza Fiesta. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the watch party that you just had, but I know you're doing others. So talk a little bit about your other watch parties throughout the summer.
So we are actually excited about this one. We are changing it up a bit. About 2 years ago, we introduced an event series called Third Spot. And last year, we turned it into a watch party series where we showed a Falcons game, a Braves game. We showed
The Olympics.
The Olympics opening ceremony, which was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's fun.
We planned on showing the Kentucky Derby, but it got rained out.
Yeah.
But we basically brought together a medley of sporting events and invited everybody to the event lawn at City Hall, encouraged them to visit the restaurants downtown, grab food for takeout, grab your drinks to go, bring your chairs, meet us on the lawn so we can enjoy the games together. Well, this year we are changing it up a bit because they are some big UGA fans. UGA is great, but also I went to Georgia Southern. So
I went to Georgia, so.
So we will be showing several UGA games this year. We'll be showing a Georgia Tech game. We'll be showing I believe a Georgia State game as well.
Yeah.
A couple different college football games. So it'll be starting in the fall this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
So some changes there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We in the South, we love our football. So.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a lot of requests for that, I think, last year, which is kind of why we said, let's kind of shift it a little bit. People were, really excited. A lot of people come out for our Taste of Chamblee event, which we have 2 screens at, of which we try to show like an ACC and an SEC game. And that brings so many people. So we kind of listened to the people and said, maybe we need to start showing some more college games. So hence why we're kind of showing those this year. But yeah.
So we've talked a little bit about the Taste of Chamblee. What are the dates for Taste of Chamblee?
Yeah, so Taste of Chamblee is just a one-day event for now. It's this year, it's Saturday. I believe it's October 18th. In downtown Chamblee from 3 to 8. It is pretty much our biggest and like most popular event. Trying to think. I think last year we had 80-something vendors combined.
About 80-something vendors, about 7,000 people in that short time frame.
Just 5 hours.
We also introduced some new things last year that we're looking forward to bringing back. So we held our first youth culinary competition with a nonprofit that's actually not too far from here, Chef Academy and Oh, I'm blanking on
Navigate
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. We went to their grand opening here, so that was great. But being able to see what those kids can do was amazing. I'm like, you know how to make that? Can you teach me?
Yeah.
I'm in my mid-30s and I don't know how to make that. Can you teach me? But being able to introduce that has been great. Just looking for different ways to really engage people and create some lasting memories for them.
Nice.
And I do have to really quick, we did attend a conference recently.
Yeah, kind of need to shine the spotlight on
Yeah.
us. Yeah, so we did end up receiving, I don't remember which level it was, but we went to the Southeastern Festivals and Events Conference and ended up receiving Best Event Within an Event for that, as well as several others. We received a DEI Initiative Award. We received... there's another
Best
one.
event series for
Best event
our Live on Your
series
Block.
for our Live on Your Block event series, and drumroll please, event professional of the year was awarded to Katie.
Wow! Congratulations.
Thanks. They surprised me. They got me good, but yeah, we were really excited to bring home some awards from that earlier this year. I guess about a month ago. Yeah. So, and along with the culinary competition. Which was actually, what was it, emceed by someone from, was it Tad Lemire? Todd Lemire?
Yes.
I might say that wrong, from B98.5 on the radio.
Yeah,
came and emceed that, so that was really cool. But we also added in what we call it our Young at Heart area. We had like some really cool football themed inflatables. We also always have our kids zone, lots of fun inflatables. Every single year we add something, which is just super fun, and it just grows. So we, like I said, it's pretty much our most popular, and it's one of my favorite events. So yeah.
So is this with Chef Simone with Navigate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because we're doing a lot with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're hoping they come out again.
Super talented,
Yeah.
and just really knows how to get kids pulled in and really involved with what they're doing. They're not just learning things about cooking and being in the kitchen, they're learning the business side about it too. And not oftentimes do kids get the opportunity to learn both. So we love working with them.
Do we have any other events you want to cover?
Yeah, so there are a few, and we'll try to keep it short because we always have something coming up.
Yeah.
That's good.
But so after Chamblee Restaurant Week, we'll be rolling into Georgia Cities Week. And Georgia Cities Week is an initiative by the Georgia Municipal Association, and we have an event every day for the week. So some of the things that we'll be doing is like a Chamblee trivia with one of our local businesses. We'll have a Meet the City night where we invite the community to come out and just meet and greet with city leadership in our different departments. Car seat safety check, and we'll also be kicking it off with Chamblee Art Fest, which is not our event, but we do partner with Splash Festivals on that event. And then, of course, we have our summer concert series. So that kicks off in June. So the first concert is June 13th, and we are doing something a little bit different with that. So that will be our Juneteenth concert, and the first time we're having a Juneteenth event. So that'll be June 13th, and then we have our 4th of July concert where we always have our fireworks, and it's a great time on July 4th, and then we'll have another concert. We can't release the artist yet, but it will be on August 1st.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I realized, I don't know if we actually said the dates for Restaurant Week, so.
No, I was going to come back to that.
Yeah, it's Sunday, April 13th through Saturday, April 19th. So anytime that week, if you go to one of the participating restaurants, you can, have their specials and, definitely visit the website beforehand so you can make sure you know what they've got offered, and kind of, like Brittney said, kind of plan out your meals for the week. And
so the website is
www.chambleerestaurantweek.net.
Okay.
Pretty easy. And then the Georgia Cities Week is actually the week right after. So it's Sunday, April 20th through Saturday, April 26th. And Brittney touched a little bit on it, but this is the second annual Chamblee Art Fest. So we do work alongside Splash Festivals for that. Last year it was really well attended this Saturday. And then unfortunately, weather, of course, in April, you never know. We're not able to have it on Sunday. So hoping for good weather this year, but that'll be Saturday, April 19th and Sunday, April 20th. And that Sunday is Easter. So, everyone wants to go out and then come, go out with their family and then come to the event afterwards. That'll be going on all day. So it's just a great day to, spend with your family and, come hang out in the downtown area. That's where it takes place, up and down the street along our downtown corridor. So, so just a great way to check out some art and have a good time. So that's lots going on in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had the director, I think she's from California, Babe Walls,
Oh, yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
So are you all going to look to try to do something again, I guess it'd be this year, with them to do some more murals in the city?
So not entirely sure just yet. So our public art is actually housed within our Parks and Recreation department. But they are hosting a couple of events this year. They are doing a play in the park.
I think they're playing a performance in the park. Yeah.
In May, as well as the Chamblee Chalk Walk is coming back in September, which is September.
It's the Saturday. It's either the 20th or the 21st.
Yeah, and that's a great event.
Yeah.
They have several art vendors out there. They have chalk artists out there as well. But there's lots of discussions of murals and sculptures and all that. So all of that is coming soon, but just don't know if it'll still be with the Babe Walls group.
I'll tell you, one of the cool things for us was when we had the international artist El Cid come and do the mural on the back of Gus's Chicken. I mean, right in front of City Hall. To have an international muralist come and do that was so spectacular.
That's awesome.
And it hits multiple cultures with that one mural. So we're also very excited about that. We are trying to bring him back to do a couple more murals and a huge sculpture.
Oh, wow.
We were looking at one that he did that you can have kids playing inside of.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
So
awesome.
he seems to be interested in looking at maybe something like that. So we're still trying to bring him to DeKalb and do some things with that. So you all really got the art scene moving and going, and that's really great.
Yeah, I'll say that definitely to give Tanisha Jones her credit. She took it and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I came on board with the city as soon as our public art master plan was approved. And it was kind of slow to get started, and then eventually it started picking up, and then she got on board, and there was public art popping up everywhere. So definitely excited about the things that are going on with art.
You all are starting to consume our show. We had, the Tanisha on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We had Plaza Fiesta
Yep.
and the city on the show. We had the website podcast with Babe Walls, director for Chamblee, on the show, and now you're on the show. The one person I can't get on as my own boss is the mayor of Chamblee. I mean, I've actually called him twice about an idea for you all, and I'm going to have to just bug him again.
I'm sure you can get him on it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, do you have anything to talk about? I mean, you all have, one of the first ones we've worked with my time here is bringing on the, I always forget the city, Kovo, Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
really
Kovo.
special that you all have a sister city established, and then we've been kicking around at the concept for another one. But I think that's very special. You have the Ukrainian, especially with the Publix. I don't want to get into politics, but, it's very cool that you have that sister city from, a year ago or so.
Yeah, and what we're actually looking to is introducing another one as well. So having some conversations on that and seeing what that could look like and what programs can we create from that. So we are very much about the diversity of Chamblee because it's so unique. And if you don't have that diversity, you pretty much fall flat as a city because that's what makes you who you are. That's what creates that sense of community, that diversity. So we really highlight that. We really look for different things to just continue to promote what we have in Chamblee.
Well, after the show, I want to talk about that, see if your idea is the idea that I've been thinking. But, I don't know if you know the other thing. We're doing a docudrama this summer for FIFA World Cup next year, and also to go into all of the different film festivals like in Toronto, Berlin, France,
wow.
Sundance.
That's cool.
And
That's
it's
awesome.
going to be, it's fictitious characters. We're looking at a main big time prime actor. We've got like 3 on the list.
Oh, wow.
And we're also, it's going to be the cultural heritage, refugee, international heritage of DeKalb with the soccer, with the MARTA connections and all that. So between the docudrama, and it's going to be a short, like 12 to 15 minutes to fit into shorts competitions.
Oh, wow.
And then I think pre-show we were talking about doing a documentary on how Beaufort Highway is the international corridor and why it is the international corridor. And then we're doing a documentary on boxing.
Oh,
And
wow.
what's interesting there is 65% of boxers are Hispanic or Latin American.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then you've got a gym here. It's got a huge heritage. So all 3 of these is due out for the launching of film for next year and for World Cup promotions. So that's going to be
amazing.
extremely cool.
That is awesome.
It's a lot to look forward to for next year, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, definitely. So do we have any other hot things you want to talk about? Any cool stories about the mayor that we should put on the show? You know,
I think the only thing we maybe haven't mentioned in talking about, diversity and immigrant and things like that is our partnership with the Atlanta International Night Market.
Yes.
So this is our 2nd year partnering with them for the night market event that is coming to Chamblee in, I believe it's Friday, June 27th and Saturday, June 28th.
Correct.
This year in conjunction with Immigrant Heritage Month. So that last year was a first-time event and was incredibly popular. And that does move around. So as you can see, it's in Swanee here in a couple weeks. But they approached us about having that at our city hall in our downtown area. Actually, I think it's even like a couple years ago. And
Yeah, that was a long partnership in the
Yeah.
making. I know, I want to say maybe in 2019 we began having conversations about a night market, and we were like, okay, we're a very small department. We do not have the capacity to do this. Who can we partner with?
Right.
And we were introduced to Atlanta International Night Market, and lots of conversation in the making. I'm very excited to see it all come together last year. And last year we did hold it in May, but looking to do it for June for Immigrant Heritage Month this year because it's a representation of all cultures.
Yeah.
And just a fantastic event. Lots of performances, of course, lots of food. We're Chamblee, we love our food.
Oh,
so
yeah.
lots of food. And a couple different opportunities to shop with some unique vendors. It's just a great event.
yeah, really fun.
Well, I'm excited. Can you move it up the 1st of June? I got to be at a conference that time period. So I think that's going to be great. And as shortly we're going to have billboards going up, 10 premier billboards in Metro. So we need to remember to get that up on our billboards.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Please.
So
Yeah.
we're excited about that.
Lots of things. I think we don't really mean to, but it's like we pretty much have something awesome going on almost every single month of the year, whether it's through us or a partner or something. But it's just really cool to always be able to have something for the community to come out and do. Whether it's a concert or a art festival or.
Well, I got a question. I heard some, and I don't know if I can get this right in my mind, but are you all working on a Shakespeare festival, maybe out at Dresden Park or somewhere like that?
So that might be the performance in the park that will be held outside of City Hall on the event lawn.
Okay.
At least for now. So Dresden is still under construction and keeping our fingers crossed depending on weather. End of July, early August, it should reopen, but
Yeah.
Georgia weather. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. It just felt like winter 2 weeks ago.
Even a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Right.
This morning. Yeah.
So if everything goes according to plan, the park will be opening at the end of the summer. So once that opens and we find a steady flow of activity and putting some processes into place, we'll start doing some events there sometime next year. So yeah.
But I believe the performance in the park right now is scheduled
May
for Sunday, May 18th.
18th. Yeah, May 18th.
Still working through those details, but that will be through Tanisha Jones
Okay.
again.
Maybe that's where we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah, probably.
I have so many of these meetings that I
Yeah.
I forget who's talking to what.
So, but yeah, I know she's working with them on that and solidifying the details. But that is another thing we have coming up here in just a couple months. Crazy, it's already almost summer.
I know.
Well, the other thing we're pushing hard is we are redoing we're not redoing the feasibility study. We're doing a updated economic impact study for the convention center at PDK.
Oh, okay.
And we're
That's
updating
great
the
to hear.
video and because the numbers were several years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving hopefully forward
Very
with the
cool.
convention center at PDK. At least we're doing the grassroots work to get it moving forward.
Right. I do
That's awesome.
remember the video. I know it was brought to a council meeting maybe a couple years ago,
Yep.
and all of our eyes were glued to the screen. We're like, what?
Yeah, well, it's
So
back
it's
up
very
again.
impressive.
So I met with the CEO a couple different times in the last few weeks, and we are already working on upgrading things. So it's excited about that.
Very
Great.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, before I sign off, anything else you want to talk about?
I just want to thank you all for having us on here and really just supporting everything that we do as a city. And we do a lot.
You do.
We
You
do
do.
a lot. So as much support as we can get, we always welcome. So I just want to thank you all for that.
Well, we appreciate the relationship and working together. And one last thing, the major dates for Restaurant Week and the website for Restaurant Week.
Yeah, so Sunday, April 13th through Saturday, April 19th is Restaurant Week, and you can check out all the information, all the participating restaurants, their specials on ChambleeRestaurantWeek.net. We're updating that all the time, like Brittney said, and then on our socials as well, we'll be posting out, again, their specials kind of the week of and the week before, so people can plan everything out. But yeah, it'll be fun. I think this will maybe even be our biggest year. Every year it grows, so we'll see. But just awesome to have so many restaurants getting involved. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and being on our show. We've had a lot of fun. We appreciate it. Great partnership. And for you listening or viewing, make sure you check out the Chamblee Restaurant Week. And thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.